Hi again, Gregg of the News Tribune, back inside CenturyLink Field in Seattle for a Seahawks game for the first time in about 8.5 months. What we learned tonight in the 22-14 preseason win for the Seahawks over Denver. Easy for the layman, for anyone, to see that Paxton Lynch outplayed Geno Smith, the two quarterbacks who played tonight while Russell Wilson watched and did not play a preseason opener for the first time in 8 years. Lynch, 11 of 15 passing, 154 yards. Both Seattle touchdowns came with Lynch in the second half. 13 of their 18 first downs, 291 of their 303 yards. Geno Smith was 3 of 9 passing, 1 drop, 2 just past DK Metcalf's hands. Metcalf beat Denver cornerbacks on both sides twice, but Smith's throws were just past him. It's not inconceivable that if Russell Wilson was throwing those passes, as he has all training camp, to DK Metcalf, Metcalf would have had 2 touchdowns in his Seahawks debut tonight. But let's go beyond that, because let's face it, if we're talking about how Paxton Lynch played come November or December, that means Russell Wilson's hurt and not playing for the first time in his career, and the Seahawks season is in disarray. Let's talk about Marquise Blair. That's who I had my eye on most tonight in the binoculars. The rookie second-round pick, safety from Utah. He did more than he was even advertised, more than he did in preseason practices. The first 10 practices of training camp, he was a strong safety. And that's what he was drafted in the second round by the Seahawks for. John Schneider, the GM, called him a silent assassin. Well, tonight, in the second quarter, when he was playing every down with Deshaun Shedd, they were alternating almost play-by-play free safety and strong safety, depending on the formation, down and distance. I asked Blair after the game in the locker room how new that was for him. He said, well, I played it at Utah. I played free safety quite a bit. But it was different from what he'd been doing this summer, this month in practices. Pete Carroll said that Blair was, quote, scrambling a little bit, how they were alternating him back and forth. It was interesting to me that a rookie in his NFL debut, the Seahawks think enough of him that they can alternate him with a veteran from one position to the next. Of course, that's how they would like all their safeties to play. But to do that to Blair on his first night out told me that they expect quite a bit from him. And he performed very well. Pete Carroll said that we, quote, love how he played tonight. Aggressive, hitting, so aggressive the Broncos took advantage of it. In the second quarter, Blair came flying in. It wasn't supposed to be a blitz. Came flying in on the edge. Rookie cornerback Drew Lock forced an incomplete pass. A couple plays later, the Broncos sent their slot receiver, Nick Williams, in motion toward the quarterback. Shedd adjusted Blair toward the line of scrimmage, had him pick up the motion man receiver. He did, and when Williams faked like he was blocking down on defensive end Rasheem Green, Blair ignored him. He said, okay, my pass responsibilities are done. My guy's blocking. I'm going after the quarterback free and untouched again. Well, he did that. He went in after the quarterback free and untouched. Williams, the receiver, released off his fake block on the defensive end. Drew Lock just popped a little pass over the top of Blair. It went for 24 yards. It was Denver's biggest play of the first half. It set up the second field goal for the Broncos. Made it 6-3 for Denver. So Blair learned a lesson. He got exploited for his over-aggressiveness. He wasn't supposed to be blitzing. He was, the assigned man was Williams, and he left his man, and they burned him for it. So that's the kind of things that he has to learn now. The NFL teams will exploit a young kid's aggressiveness. But Carroll said he loved what he got from Blair, that he's going to be a player, and he's going to be a factor that people are going to have to notice. To me, Blair did nothing tonight to suggest that he will not have a chance to be the starter strong safety that would move Bradley McDougald to free safety. Now, again, Leno Smith did not play tonight. He is also in the mix for the starting strong safety. He's at the crack hip that ended his season prematurely last year. Back to practicing fully, the Seahawks expect he'll play August 18th in the second preseason game at Minnesota. Shalom Luwani started at strong safety. The veteran backup last year and special teamer is also a factor in this race, but they would not have drafted Marquise Blair as highly as they did, their first of the 2 picks in the second round, higher than even DK Metcalf, if they didn't think he has the potential to play at safety. And what we saw tonight and how versatile and aggressive he was, I thought it was a very strong debut for the rookie Marquise Blair. The only downer tonight, injury-wise, George Fant. Bad luck again in a preseason game. a badly sprained ankle. Pete Carroll used the word legit sprain, and when he says legit, that's usually Carroll speak for he's going to be out for a long time. We'll see what that does at tight end, because of course Fant was a blocking tight end in running situations for the NFL's top rushing offense last year. Geno Smith is going to have a cyst removed from his knee, Pete Carroll said after the game. They think he may be able to be back in 10 days for that preseason game at Minnesota. I wouldn't count on that. It might be Russell Wilson and Paxton Lynch and a third quarterback. Carroll didn't roll out the fact that they need to sign a third arm to reduce the wear on Wilson and Lynch here for the next week or 10 days. All my coverage is online at thenewstribune.com. I'll have a story tomorrow for the Saturday papers online tomorrow about more in depth about Marquise Blair's impressive evening in the Seahawks preseason opener. And on Twitter at GBellSeattle, post-game videos, the game stories, all you would ever want and need there. Thanks for watching. Have a great weekend.